Underway. We've got a good card there as we get out to John in China.
Jason, welcome to the first race at Wagga. John, our friend Anthony Mann calling up at Muswellbrook.
What's he doing up there?
He's lost. We miss him down here. Well, let's get stuck into it without Anthony. This is a Class 2 handicap over the mile for race 1 here, John. And our favourite up the top is $2.70 for number 1, Prince Aurelius. He's the first one we'll have a look at in the yard. For Tyrone Coyle and Matty Waters to take 3 kilos off.
Yeah, gets him in nicely, that 3 kilo claim. He's had the 3 runs this preparation. A winner at the end of last prep and went out for a spell. I love that. The trial, won a trial. Gosford was a bit too hot. Campbell was good, and then got the money at Maria leading all the way, held off Keanu Queen and Romeo Vella. They've been racing well. He's up to the mile for the first time, but he's nice top by Love Conquers All, and he's doing a good job, this Tyler Coyle, with his horse. He looks very well today.
Yeah, he certainly does. On to horse number 2, Zunique for Luke Pepper and Simon Miller.
Yeah, this has won 2 races, both over the mile, and it's second up off 15 weeks, former Victorian horse. You never know how much Luke improves these, do you? But look, couldn't get much out of the run behind Kai Park. He obviously a little bit too short for it, but can improve here. Second up has been placed.
Number 3 is Francisco Pizarro for Joe Eibel and John Kissick.
Yeah, Francisco, there is a bit of taping on that off hind. He's lovely and relaxed. He knows what it's all about. And look, the best of him will go mighty close here. He's been really good his last couple of runs. Golden Beyond Exotic Deal, won at Canberra, and then the Nowra run, they went back from a wide gate. He was still pretty good beyond Distinctive Glory. He's had a nice kick-along trial since the 6th of December, and parades beautifully.
Certainly does. On to horse number 4, Decker for Phil Sweeney and Nick Suke.
Yes, the PA kicks in. 2 wins from 5 for this son of Written Tycoon. He was good, winning a 1500, beating Borondino Dream there. That was the meeting on the 12th of Class 1. Sandown prior to that. Corowa, Aubrey, all good form around him, and he's an on-pacer as well.
Number 5 is Just Business for Wayne Carroll and Aaron Sweeney.
Yeah, this one interests me a little bit. He's had 2 runs for the new yard, and they've been 11.75 straight to a mile. He's only beaten over 2 lengths in that our Destria race at Corowa last time. Bigger track here. He's for his home track, so could certainly be an improver.
Number 6 is The Chaplain for Gary Colvin and Adrian Lake, the first of his runners from Barry number 1.
Yeah, he's had a bit of racing this prep, probably not too bad at Tuba. We had obviously no footage of that race. It placed here at a mile on the heavy back at end of November. Look, a chance if he finds his absolute top.
Now on to the second of Gary Colvin's runners, number 7, Manhattan Zip for Gary, of course, and Jake Duffy.
Yeah, 9th of 16 last time, that Huntley Castle race. That was a 2000. Back to the mile, I think, is probably a good thing. He's hasn't won past a mile, and look, on his home track, he's a very, very fit horse.
Number 8 is our next runner, Billow Road for Kerry Weir and Blake McDougall.
I could see this fellow at least being placed here. He's not too bad at coming guy behind Fashion Tip on the New Year's Eve. I mean, that was Fashion Tip, an imitation game delivered. Nothing wrong with that type of form. He gets Blake McDougall, and after 4 runs this time in, out to the mile is a positive for him.
He looks fantastic in the yard. John, on to one of our old favourites here, number 9, King of Sing, now trained by Michael Travers, who has a dual licence. Michael not electing to ride him here today, but Brett Fleener, he puts on the silk yet again. You can't keep him away.
Yeah, he's gone for the top shelf here, Travers, and Brett making a guest appearance again today. King of Sting, long time since he's won a race, and down the track at Albury, this will test the great man's magic.
Back live here with the 5 minutes to go. John, we'll quickly grab late mail numbers. Mine 1, 4, 3 and 8. John, what are your selections?
Yeah, look, I went with the top weight 2, Prince Aurelius. He looks probably the leader. It'll be interesting to see how much Acid Decker wants to put on him. Look, I've got one on top. Francisco Pizarro really interests me at the mile today. He's raced like it would suit him. He's never been tried at it, but he's a bit more mature these days, so I've got him clear second pick to follow the speed. Decker, as I mentioned, will be up there somewhere, and Billow Road at the big odds. Joe Eibel joins us. Joey having a great run with the horses at the moment. Francisco, Nowra was good. You went back, and he even though he couldn't make up the ground, the track was fast, and you put him away a little bit. Is that the true? You kept giving him a little trial, but he's had a bit of a break between races.
Yeah, I like to space his runs, sort of 3-4 weeks between. Probably was due to go to Sapphire, but soft track, he doesn't like that, so elected to give him the trial at Canberra last week, and I was pretty happy with what I saw, and as he says, stepping to the mile today, I think he's been looking like at all preparation this is going to be his distance.
He's almost given the impression that like a middle distance type of horse through his pattern, hasn't he?
He has, yeah. He probably fooled me early on in his career. He's quite brilliant when he's maiden over 1,000 and then again over 1,200 winning early in his career. So probably didn't get to this distance as soon as I should have, but this preparation certainly showed that he's looking for this trip now.
What about Master Nero later on? Second run for you? Second run this prep?
Second run this prep. He's going along brilliantly. Things didn't go his way at Orange the other day, and we've stepped to the 13 today, taking the blinkers off and just in an effort to settle him. I think he's doing far too much early in the races and just want to see him switch off, relax and be hitting the line.
Mate, team going really well. Riverstock, good winner for you last Canberra meeting. What have you done with her?
Yeah, she's gone straight to the paddock. Horse that I think can measure up and win a couple of highways, so we'll freshen her up and target those next time in.
Well, beautiful Tavistock mare, and the older they get, the better they get. She'll be a country cups type of horse.
I'd hope she could get there eventually. At this stage, she's still got a bit to learn, as evidenced the other day at Canberra, but a lovely horse building a nice record, and we'll just keep taking her through her grades.
Oh, she's worked out where the line is. That's the one positive, mate. Good luck today.
Thank you.
There he is, Joe Obel. Got a lovely little boutique yard of horses, hasn't he? His father, Darryl, buys him some nice ones over there in New Zealand, and Joey's very patient with them. Those are the type of horses you need to have a bit of patience with, and he's done that. But this horse, he would have done your head in a little bit, Francisco. He went on debut from last in a 1,000-metre showcase maiden. I thought, this is a really smart horse. Yeah. Look, he's only won the one since, but he's run some really nice races, and particularly this preparation. So certainly an interesting runner, and the market likes him as well. But the favourites remain solid, China.
It certainly has. $2.60 about Prince Aurelius. I've got it on top. My numbers 1, 4, 3, 8. I've gone with Prince Aurelius. I just think it profiles beautifully for him. He'll jump out. He'll roll under Maddie's claim. They'll use that 3 kilo advantage, which is less than what he's carried. Obviously, it's more than what the others are carrying, but that's because he's a class horse. It's a class 2, and he has done some really good things this preparation. So happy to have him on top. Number 4, Decker for second. Just for mine, John, I think he's been racing in good order, and there's certainly no knock to him, so he's certainly worth a nice each-way chance. We heard it just from Joe there with regards to Francisco Pizarro. Much like yourself, John, I've had him on top numerous times. He has stung me on a few of those occasions, but I can see him another good chance, and just keen to see if he does get the mile here today, because as we heard, he's been a bit of a tricky horse to find. And number 8, Below Road, great each-way chance around the $17 mark. Now we'll just go through our market with a minute left to go here. Prince Aurelius holds the favouritism at $2.80 at the moment, but on the drift now, out from $2.60 this morning. The one they want, Francisco Pizarro, $3.60 this morning. 3 minutes ago, $3.30. Now $3.10. Decker $4.80. Now out to $7.50. A big drifter there. Zunique on the 4th line of betting, $9 out to $11, and the Chaplain $13 to $12. So they don't really want anything else in this race, John, apart from number 3, Francisco Pizarro.
And China, we've got to say, we'll mention it probably later on, February 20 is the big day. The championships qualify here at Wagga, and what a day that'll be on a Saturday as well. So we're going to be really looking forward to that. And I guess every trainer we now find, that's going to be the question. What's your championship horse? So look, it should be really. You got to love the championships. I don't know how we ever survive without them.
Exactly right. That and the Kosciuszko, John. It's the source of a lot of our entertainment, that's for sure. But look, the championships are very well deserved for this Wagga club to get a Saturday meeting for it, because Wagga is such a beautiful track. It deserves to have the Saturday, and we can't wait to bring you all the coverage. But just with a few left to load over there, we've gone a little past start time, but still enough time to get your bets on 1, 4, 3, and 8 for mine. John is with 1 on top as well. Let's throw up to Matt Jackson to call us home here for the first at Wagga.
Now, so Prince Aurelius ready, Below Road, pick-up ride, Winona Costin about to move in, and Decker will go in before him. So Decker comes up now, Below Road to complete it. They'll be set for the first. $2.80, Prince Aurelius is the favourite. Hello to John and China from downstairs. They're ready to run for the opener on a good forward. Set to jump. And they're off now. Billow Road slow to begin, wide out, and Zunique going back after the start. Prince Aurelius bounced out fast. And the favourite's going to come across, and lead settling down from Decker, who's going up to join it. And there's Billow Road quickly on the improve. Moved up into third, placing in fourth, the Chaplain a length away. Then came Manhattan Zip. 2.5, then King of Sting. Next, Francisco Pizarro, who's a length away back along the rails, third last. 2 Just Business and 2 lengths away is Zunique at the rear of the field. It's been a good gallop early as they head to the 1100. And it is Prince Aurelius who leads it by just over a length. Second is Decker. Third leaders back is the Chaplain, and fourth is Billow Road. 1 for the back, Francisco Pizarro, who's 5th on the fence. Next came Manhattan Zip. 1 for the back in the field, King of Sting. Second last is Just Business, and 2 lengths away is Zunique. So they come down the side now. They've got 6.50 left to run. And it is Prince Aurelius, 3/4 to Decker. 2 lengths away, the Chaplain. Inside of Billow Road, 2.5, Francisco Pizarro. Manhattan Zip ridden up, and they're followed by Just Business, King of Sting, and last and hooking to the outside, but a minute off the leaders is Zunique. They're in the straight at the 400 metres now. Prince Aurelius had a kick in the early part of the straight. Led 2.5 on Decker. Francisco Pizarro's coming through, 1 away from the rails, then the Chaplain and Billow Road. But it's Prince Aurelius below the 200, out by 2.5 on Francisco Pizarro, who ran to second. But it's Prince Aurelius, clear 75 to go. And the first favourite's home. Prince Aurelius all the way beat Francisco Pizarro. Just Business got home wide out, ran third from Billow Road and the Chaplain. Next came Zunique, who made some late ground, then Manhattan Zip, Decker, and King of Sting.
What a ride that was from Maddie Waters there. She just timed that beautifully, got out, kept a beautiful hold about him, let him travel, John. It must be said, Decker come out outside of him. She got him to settle again, this big, heavy going sort of horse. She didn't slow it back stupidly. She just let him roll, and he was too good there. But some good runs from the back there, looking at a couple of those. Billow Road made up some good ground. Also,
place for us, Just Business. Good today.
Just Business, a big improvement there. So a really good run as we see Tyrone talking to our club CEO. He is doing the strapping at the moment, but it was a great run by his horse here. So Prince Aurelius gets the win. Francisco Pizarro, another honest race there. 5 gets into third, Just Business, and Billow Road has gotten the 4th. John?
Gee, takes some getting hold of this Tyrone, doesn't he? He's got no strapper, so we're going to still grab him. Yep. China's not allowed to do the strapping anymore like we used to. We use that system pretty well. But look, that is a great watch. First try at the mile, she let him run. Decker come, made him run a bit, and those hands are going to take her a long, long way, this girl, and getting stronger all the time in a finish. I think the trainer and the jockey are both going really, really well. So we're going to grab Tyrone before the horse gets back, and mate, we'll keep our eyes open. We've spoken to you twice when he's won at Maruya. He's ticked the mile box now, mate.
Yeah, he has, mate, yeah. Sorry, buddy, I've got no strapper today, so...
That's all right, you'll be able to afford one now, but look, we've got a couple of minutes. Look, you've told me he'll run a mile, this horse. He's been a slow learner, and you found a perfect race for him.
Correct. A great starting point for him.
Yeah.
As I said, I actually nominated him for Canterbury the other day, but I thought, you know something, I just don't think he's ready to take that on at this stage.
Yeah.
I want him to teach to relax. Maddie did a fantastic job today.
Yeah.
I just said, settle him, talk to him, get him to run the journey. I said, just as you come to the home turn, just go for it, and he'll run a strong last 400.
He surged through the line too, Tyler, didn't he? Yeah. Mate, how many horses? Just this?
So, yeah, there's still only this, mate. That's enough.
You'll be able to afford another one soon. And a strapper, mate. Well done.
John, thank you.
There he is.
Tyrone
Coyle, no relation, we can say, China, but look, reiterate his words as we say about Maddie. That was a lovely ride, considering that he's a bit of a hard goer, and she had that head down, arched, and look, she won the Rising Star heat here recently, so we'll also grab a quick chat with Maddie and get her thoughts, a first sit on this fellow. Obviously keep the business local, Tyrone would think.
Absolutely, and like I said on radio, John, I dare say she'd know this, or she would have at least seen him work. They're both at Kembla Grange, and I think the other positive to take from this, we're on a good floor. There was been a bit of rain, about a few had suggested it might race a little softer than that. Maddie stayed on the fence, and that was a beautiful key to that, John. We don't have the times there at the moment. We've just lost it to Sky One.
Sky One, the semaphore board.
The semaphore board has, but she stayed by the rail there and hit the line beautifully. We saw some ground being made up from the back as well. I thought that was a huge sight to see this horse kick away so beautifully, but the ground to be made up from the back, John. We're in for a big day of racing.
She's got a bit of weight to carry to bring this saddle over here. Maddie, come over here. Your first ride on him, he was pretty good for you?
Yeah, he was. I watch a lot of him at track work, so I know how he goes around. He goes around a bit keen. He actually wanted to have a little bit of a shy at the grass at the start, but once he was in front, he travelled a little bit keen, but it was nice enough for him to relax.
Look, Decker come up outside you earlier, reasonably close. It made him run, but by the time you got into the 1,000, you had the head down. You'd been happy with that?
Yeah, no, he gave me a great feel coming to the top of the straight. He as soon they said he doesn't really respond to the whip, just scream at him, so I just gave it all I got.
Yeah, you give him plenty of roaring there, and you had a fair bit up your sleeve. How many wins are you up to now?
That was my 15th win.
Yeah, righto.
Yeah.
Seems like you're having a really good run though. But what weight are you?
I walk around 47, but so I had the big saddle and the lead bag today, but I'm a bit lighter later.
Yeah, well, Tyrone's done it up nice and tight. Some two nice rides coming up for you too. Distillate for Matty Dale.
Yep.
Should be a good chance.
Yeah, he should be a good chance. He's won his last two starts.
Her,
really
actually,
well.
sorry,
Yeah,
my mistake.
Yeah, she's won really well the last two starts, so hopefully she gets a third.
Yeah, well, she'll be out and running as well. Well done.
Thank you.
There she is, Maddie Waters, muddy to her friends.
Money to you, John. I think you're the only one.
Anyway, she's a real talent, and she's going the right way. 15 wins. It seems like she's rode more than that, doesn't it?
It does, but she's done a lot of riding in the